50. 50 followers.
50 followers is what we hit.
That was a milestone, I think, right?
That was a milestone for us.
Yep.
Here, if you're watching us live on Twitch, twitch.tv/aboutbeverages. It was a milestone that got us to affiliate status. Thank you to everyone that has watched us there. And thank you to everyone that watches us on YouTube and on iTunes. And in celebration of all of those things together, we are bringing forth a very special limited edition whiskey to the tasting table for this. Give it a shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are aboutbeverages.com. And the celebratory beverage we're about today is the Jameson whiskey, Jameson Irish whiskey from their Caskmates series. It's the IPA edition.
That's correct.
And you said you're familiar with other editions of this they have?
They did a version of this as a stout.
Okay.
So basically how this works, like I said, I'm going to read right from their website. Actually, it's not their website because Jameson's website, not so great. It's kind of weirdly disjointed, and it's like, oh, I get a little bit of the fact I want, but then now it's like an ad for something else. Anyway, not the greatest of websites. But so I found this, and this is pretty much what is on the back of the bottle, that they started with barrels from the Middleton Distillery. It's a local Irish brewery. Wait. Oh, they're Middleton. Oh, their distillery in Middleton. Sorry, I read that incorrectly. Anyway, so they take their barrels, they send them over to the local Irish brewery. That brewery crafted an IPA, put the IPA in those barrels, finished with those barrels. When they were done, after all the IPA goodness had soaked into the wood, they sent them back to Jameson, and Jameson said, hey, we should put our Jameson Irish whiskey in these barrels and see what we can get back out of them. And that's what this is. They had done this previously with a stout. I don't know if that was the same brewery or not, but that was what they had done previously. So that one I have not tried, but that sounded interesting too.
Yeah.
I found this, I want to say, like right around, I've had this for a little while, right around the Super Bowl. I'm trying to think. I actually got it at a local Costco.
I was going to say, I saw it at Costco.
1 liter bottle. It was $30 for the 1 liter bottle. So, like I said, decent price, and that was what made me jump on it. Because, like I said, Jameson whiskey is fine. Like I said, I don't drink a lot of Irish whiskey. I'm usually more toward the bourbon, Kentucky variety, or a Scotch.
Gotcha.
Like I said, but this, because you're usually on the lighter, sweeter, kind of little fruity side. So that should play well with an IPA. I have not had it in a little bit, so this is going to be good for us to actually discuss it and kind of talk about it. So that'll definitely be a good thing. So,
but we were looking for something, like we said, to celebrate this milestone, and little celebratory beverage here.
Yeah, and we let everyone kind of vote on it as well. If, like I said, if you follow us on Twitch, where we do these things live every Thursday, recording our podcasts and such, you can find the much longer form where we talk with everyone. We gave them a couple different options, and this is the one that they picked.
And
so
we had 4 votes, I think.
Yeah, we had 4 whole
3 to
votes.
1.
Yeah,
this was the one we were leaning toward initially, anyways. But
yeah,
we never have a problem considering other beverage options as well. So I need to place this in.
Yeah, you know what? We have a second camera. Are you ready for the other camera? It's been improved like tenfold. Are you ready for this? Okay. It's probably gonna be a little tall for the camera, but that's okay. We're gonna take this away. Boop. And here's what you get. You get Phil Collins looking. Oh, that looks really good. Look at that. I might even leave that on there.
I think we should.
Forget the graphic I had. Yeah, we're leaving that.
Yeah,
yeah,
there we go.
That's like way better. Yeah. For people that weren't in chat earlier, do you know what album that is? What Phil Collins album that is?
That's right.
Do you know?
No, he didn't put his face on a lot of his albums. So
Yeah.
there's not. Oh wait, no, that's not true.
I can't think of any other albums that he actually put his face on.
And then later you can bring in a few others because they all.
Did he literally do that?
But seriously has it and face value.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a little on the nose.
That's right.
He literally called it album face value.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was his first solo album, actually.
Yeah.
Was face value.
Yeah. If you were watching earlier, like I said, for some live stuff, there was some other even more fun shenanigans. But
yeah.
Anyway, let's get to the beverage now in hand. And
in hand, in glass, soon to be in mouth. Well,
oh my God, that's amazing.
That's true.
I'm trying to figure out if we have to find a different artist every week as we record, or can we keep using Phil Collins for a while? Because it's just such a perfect
That
picture.
cover is perfect. So
We may use Phil Collins for a while. It could still be like, as you dubbed it, the Collins cam.
because Michael
pretty good.
McDonald, he was more or less like, really, seriously, guys.
Yeah.
Whereas Phil Collins is kind of like, I'm here, and
Yeah.
I'm a willing participant in your podcast.
Yeah,
So.
he's looking almost longingly at whatever we put there. It's kind of that like like if you're at a party, you're kind of interested in someone, but you don't want to show that you're interested in that person. So you're kind of
Pensive.
yeah. It's kind of like you got one eye looking that way, you got something else, So yeah, pensive. That's a good word.
So we
Honey?
should we hold that. Yes. Yes, darling.
Oh, you're hilarious.
Yeah, a little lighter than that, I would say, but yeah, it's got those yellowish brown notes.
Lighter than honey.
Honey?
That's my ska band.
Lighter
Lighter
than
than
honey.
I don't know. I'd have to have a female lead singer.
Maybe it's because you said honey, but there is a little sweetness coming out of that.
I think that there's definitely.
Um,
This is kind of what I always like imagine, or not imagine. This is what I always kind of get in general out of Irish whiskeys. It's always like the lighter side of that molasses kind of thing. It's into that honey sweet
Yeah,
kind of thing,
but there's like a
but
little
more concentrated. Because like usually when I have regular Jameson, which isn't often, but in my brain it says fruit. Like
Okay.
that there's always like a lighter fruit note, whereas this feels like it's kind of gone down a level of more, like you said, honey.
Yeah.
Like more like that kind of sweet.
but like with a little bit of gentle heat applied, because there's like a little bit of like caramelization coming out
Right.
of that, but not like it's not like brown sugar or anything like that.
Are you getting anything that specifically says IPA or that kind of like botanical or anything?
Not
in
at
that
this
all?
point.
Okay.
I'm not.
Is there any other thing we could do to see if we get that flavor out of it? Like, is there something like, I don't know if you could like, okay, we've smelled it, we've kind of looked at it. I don't know if is there another phase.
We could drink it. Yes.
Drink it.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
My favorite.
Might as
word
well.
is yes.
Favorite word is
Like okay, so like a hoppy beer, if it goes too long, it loses those high notes. Would that apply here? You think? I mean, there's something
I
there.
honestly don't know what the what that would.
Drink
'cause-
young. Best Buy. Is it enjoy by?
Yeah.
Is this enjoy by? Oh, Phil's still
Phil,
looking
what
at
do you say? Does it say enjoy by on there? I don't think
it.
so.
No, I'm sure it doesn't have an enjoy by.
That would be funny.
But it only makes sense that you're going to lose high notes, right?
Yeah, I would think so. Like I said,
Especially
I
like
honestly
those.
don't know 100% what is leached out of the barrel. Like I said, you would think
Right.
you would get some of that botanical fruit, but yeah, you would think that would kind of slowly dissipate. So,
You know what we should have done? We should have done a cheers. Cheers to our
oh,
50 plus followers.
that's right. We are 50 plus. We shouldn't keep saying
And
50. We're above.
Well, we reached 50. And
We
we've,
reached
We've
50.
gone beyond,
Yeah.
and we even got a subscriber. Right?
We did.
So
We have our first subscriber. We had some cheers today with some bits. Not today, but the other day we had some bits. We're on our way.
there's nice body to that, though. There's more body to that than I would think of with the Jameson.
I would 100% agree. There's a viscosity to it.
That's very nice. So it adds
a
an
little oiliness.
extra layer to that. And so maybe, and I don't know, the thing it would be too is to have that beer and to know what that beer is like that they actually age that. So what is a Scottish IPA like?
Well, that's the only thing I was
Probably
just going to
gonna
say.
be-
I wonder how hoppy a Scottish IPA actually
Right.
is. If only we had kept the other person in chat that actually was from Scotland.
But it was almost 5 o'clock in the morning.
That's true. We'll have to ask him next week.
We should. Yep.
I
Next
really
time.
like this. I
Yeah.
like it better than regular Jameson for sure. And I think it's kind of a neat bridge between heavier bourbons and other things.
Yeah.
And like I said, the body for me is I think what really wins out on this one. I think
Yeah.
I agree.
No, it's
Like
got
I
a
said,
good mouthfeel.
and then it just kind of maintains with that sweet. I don't really get anything necessarily fruity or something that says like, oh, I'm really getting this bitter note or this what you know.
But you're probably not. I mean, you think about something like a whiskey and even a milder whiskey, which Jameson I don't think is a milder, but whiskey is milder than say Scotch and bourbon things
Sure,
like that.
that's at least that's how I perceive
It's still
it.
going to overwhelm most IPAs.
I would think.
So, but whatever, yeah, this is very smooth, very flavorful, great body, very drinkable, I don't think it's like, sometimes things are so hot and so spicy that you're just like,
Yeah.
It takes a little bit. You need a little drop of water or something. Usually I do my things neat. But yeah, no, it's very good.
Yeah, I would agree. Like some of the things that I've, when I bought like, Knob Creek has like it's like barrel something, like a barrel proof or whatever. And I've bought that before because I used to, and I still do. I really like Knob Creek. When I've gotten that, and that's like 120 proof, and that's just like fire. It's like flipping fire.
It tastes like
fire.
fire.
And that was one of the few ones where I was like, I've got to put a little bit of something in. Like it was just too much. Like, like it was so much of it's like when, for me, actually, the good thing to equate it to is like how people like, really enjoy like, oh, I love this spicy thing or something so hot. And they're like, oh, I'm sweating. It's like, you've taken away all the joy. Like I like spicy things. I like things, with some heat and some flavor. But I like it when it adds flavor to it and doesn't overwhelm all those other things.
Right.
It's like if I'm at the point where I'm perspiring and drinking water or just like even like that's why I'm going to it, like then that's too. And that's kind of what sometimes those high alcohol whiskeys are for me is like it's so hot. Like I said, that one like I got for Joe, the Bullet, that was also like a cask strength one.
Yeah.
And they had said like, oh, this is a good introductory one to I was like, that one's still pretty. Like I think we drank that one for the most, but that was definitely still pretty stout.
I think that one we did add a little.
Did we wind up putting a little bit?
Maybe I did.
Yeah, we probably. I
Yeah,
don't know. But yeah, like
but
that
still,
one was,
yeah.
and that was supposed to be like this is the easy drinking cask strength or whatever. They kind of made it. It's like it's just I don't know. That's lost on me to some extent. So this is like I said, really nice because it's kind of a neat bridge into either some bourbons that add a little bit more to or something like that. Like I said, as opposed to the Jameson that's kind of here with its profile and other stuff that's kind of up here. It's kind of I like it. I've really enjoyed. When I have had this, but like I said, it's neat analyzing it this way as well.
Yep. You better watch out because I think Phil is looking to.
Is he going to take the rest of it?
The rest. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. That Phil, that Phil is always looking at our stuff, and you know where Phil also looks at our stuff.
Oh,
AboutBeverages.com. AboutBeverages.com. No, I haven't posted that website yet.
All right. Okay.
AboutBeverages.com. That's where you can find links to all of our other podcasts, all the other things that we do. And if you're not into about.com kind of things, you can go to YouTube. That's where you can subscribe to us there. We have all these podcasts all nice and tightened down. And what else?
Going
what
back
else we
several
got going?
years, too.
That's right. Many, many years. We go all the way back to like 2000 something.
Yeah. It's got the way my YouTube came up for our videos. It had them listed the videos that have been most watched.
Yeah, that's how I have it.
Yeah.
It's so it's the water and stuff like that.
In fact, I told Eric today that like there's like 15 or 20 that come up, and he's pictured in like 8 of them.
Yeah, well, because it was the sour beer stuff,
Yeah.
and like Cascade and different things. But yeah, so if you want to find any of those older podcasts, like I said, YouTube is a great place to watch those videos. We're also on iTunes. And if you want to watch all these shenanigans live where we expand and talk with chat and all that kind of stuff, twitch.tv/aboutbeverages is the other great place. We do that every Thursday, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I've decided to just go with that. I don't know why I like
Pacific Standard.
Yeah, it's weird saying like, oh, because we're in Arizona, it's like, oh, mountain time. It's like, who the hell knows what mountain time is?
Right.
Like, I don't even know what mountain time is. I'd rather not.
Mountain time.
Exactly. Mountain time. But as we always say, whether we like it or not,
You should give it a shot.
that works out well because it actually is a whiskey.
Well, and I thought you might clink me on that.
Oh,
You should give it a shot.